Hello, everybody. This is the moment everything changed in my life. In this picture, my mom and aunt are smiling. We're at the airport, but I remember feeling the weight of their embrace tight, warm, as if they were trying to hold on to me a little longer. My heart was pounding, my hands sweating, my body caught between excitement and uncertainty. And then in the next picture, I had already arrived in the United States. The air felt different, the space around me unfamiliar, my body felt lighter and yet tense, aware that from this moment on, I was experiencing a new world. The way I walked, the way I carried myself, everything shifted as I adjusted to a new reality. And it is here where I reflect on what I have learned so far about embodiment. And now I understand that embodiment isn't just about where we are, but how our bodies hold, release, and adapt to change. And in that moment, my body knew I was no longer home, but I was stepping into something new. In this third picture, I am with my class at the time, and I love it. I love this so much, working with these kids and teaching them all the core subjects in Spanish. So when I arrived in the United States as an exchange teacher, I was excited and ready for a new adventure. I had spent years preparing for this moment, earning degrees, gaining experience, and meeting every legal requirement to be here. But despite my qualifications and legal status, I quickly realized that the way immigrants are represented or portrayed in the media often tells a very different story. One evening, I was watching the news when a report came on about immigrants taking jobs and struggles with assimilation. The images showed people struggling, facing barriers, trying to survive. But that wasn't my story. I had come here legally through a structured program with a clear role in society. I was here to contribute, to teach, to help the students succeed, and yet I began to wonder, did people see me as a professional or just another foreigner fitting into a media-driven stereotype? That moment made me aware of how media influences perception. I had worked hard to earn my place here, but suddenly I felt like I had to prove that I belonged. I had to show that I wasn't just an immigrant, but an educator, a mentor, and a professional. That experience didn't discourage me. It motivated me, to be honest. I started engaging more with my students, helping them understand their own identities and also how they could face their challenges. I realized that I wasn't just teaching a subject, I was changing perspectives. I was proof that immigrants are more than the headlines. They are leaders, innovators, and they also contribute to society. The media may not always tell the full story, but I can. And so can every immigrant who comes not only to the United States to work hard, give back, and make a difference. Looking back, I realized that my journey wasn't just about crossing borders. It was about how my body carried that transition. From the warmth of my mother's embrace at the airport to the tension in my shoulders as I stepped into an unfamiliar space, every moment was imprinted in my body. I became aware of how I moved, how I adjusted my posture, how my voice changed in new conversations. This experience emphasizes how embodiment shapes the way we engage with the world. My body wasn't just a passive observer, It was a site of negotiation, constantly responding to the media narratives, cultural perceptions, and cultural emotions that surrounded me. Even now, I carry the weight of that transition, also can carry, but I also carry the strength that came with it. In the end, embodiment isn't just about presence, it's about the ways our bodies remember, adapt, and communicate our experiences long after the moment has passed. Thank you very much, and I look forward to listening to your stories.